Whoa!
Whoa, it's Saturday. I can't
Hi.
even fathom that this is going on right now, but it is.
You hate the passage of time in general. Usually, you just don't. You don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't really. I'm a little bit of a non-linear thinker, if you know what I mean.
Right, right. Aren't we all?
Time is a flat circle.
Time is a flat
Yeah,
circle.
Exactly.
And I'd also like to mention that we're just gonna jump right into it. You know, with the Battle Royale.
Battle Royale.
Scramble fucking championship.
The Scramble Championship.
The champion holds a beautiful cast iron pan, and with that, they can make themselves scrambled eggs.
Really? Is that?
Scrambled egg.
I'd like to point out that we have a debuting fighter who keeps on trying to message us in our little PR meetings that we have beforehand, and yeah, and he's saying that he may be related to somebody in the league.
You know, there's a lot of people that like to get it. There's been a lot of relations involved here, if you know what I'm saying. There's been a lot of fathers and sons. We have the whole Bianche family here.
But there's never been an uncle, and that uncle might be choking his nephew right now, as you can see. We put it together after many text messages that who you see there in the brown pants. Yeah. Wow, they're working together.
Uncle Hero. You got Xylophonist's uncle sledding down.
Brick Roberts right there is claiming to be related to Isanafil, the champion of the Scramble match. Isanafil has not confirmed it. Everyone's very confused. It's a weird way to enter a fight league that has little rules. He's also yeah. His nephew he said that you know, I'm related to you as champion, and you have to take my word for it. And then he also said that he's on steroids. So it's a very, like, this man is either insane or very honest. And I don't know how to play that.
If I tell you I'm on steroids, you have to believe me that I'm your uncle. I wouldn't lie about one and not the other. That's the logic of
I think
SCFL pro wrestling league.
You know, that's a common. I feel like that's a common conversation in this fight league. I'm on steroids, and I'm also your uncle. This is the first time we're hearing about it publicly. We've definitely never had anyone debut with this.
We've never had an uncle debut like this.
Right,
that's for sure. Like debut by hurting his nephew, but in like a weird, like kind of like giving him a noogie kind of way. Like, I feel like that's the kind of guy that Brick Roberts is. He's in there to just kind of like give noogies and like just kind of hold people.
That's a roughhouse.
Yeah, he's roughhousing a lot.
Someone's been eliminated. I think I'm not sure. Oh, it was Computer Collins.
Yeah, wow. You know, Computer Collins, I don't think he wanted to be there. You know, while Brick Roberts was putting his nephew in a half Boston crab, we just witnessed UFC 220 from Boston. So Boston's on the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You know what? It always is. I find Boston to be a very romantic town, and I remember my boat rides.
Robert's doing giving a pink belly to his nephew.
He is giving a pink belly. This man has come here, and he's just doing the most childish things, but he does them with a lot of power because he's on steroids.
Yeah,
so
but he doesn't work out. You can see that from his physique.
Right, like, but so exactly. So if you don't work out, but you're on steroids, is there any net positive going on, or?
I honestly do remember reading a study that showed that there was slight muscle growth among people who did steroids and did not exercise compared to people who did not exercise. Like, not as much as people who exercise, not as much people who exercised and did steroids, but just doing steroids, it can help you just get slightly stronger.
Well, technically, fighting and professional wrestling are physical activities, and so he is working out.
He's getting stronger right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never not getting stronger. What's really interesting is that it's not like he just started taking steroids when he became a wrestler here. Like, oh, and Brick has been eliminated. Second man eliminated, and SCFL is celebrating. He's taunting his uncle by doing cartwheels, which is a really weird thing.
Kurt King has eliminated both men thus far with the body slam. Body slam just over the top rope, just fuck these guys.
Jessica, is Kurt King, isn't he a former Scramble champion?
Maybe he is.
Yeah. So maybe he's look at him attack SCFL, the current champion.
He wants to be the second two-time champion.
Right, this belt has never been defended.
Again.
What was that, Jessica?
He wants to make those good eggs again. He's been having to do. He's got one of those plastic things where you microwave your eggs, and it's.
Oh, gross.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat eggs that way. I don't blame him for wanting the egg pan back.
Right. Keep in mind that little Jonesy is out there. Oh! It looks like... Yeah, Picaporte was eliminated.
Yeah.
We have Aladdin Bell in there, who is also going up top right now. That's Federal Bell's son.
Yeah.
That's one family relationship that could not be more divergent between father and son.
Yeah, I mean, that's... My God. You have basically like a MAGA chud, and then his son is a DSA member. He's proud of it too. Look, he's got the little rose on his trunks.
That's very... I didn't even notice that before. What an attention to detail.
Yeah, he's really proud of his democratic socialism.
How many... maybe they should start thinking about forming a stable, because it seems like we have quite a few registered members of the DSA in this league.
I actually heard that he was able to... He found out, well, just happenstance backstage, that America Right is actually in the DSA as well, and they've been talking.
If we have tag teams based on people admiring each other's suits,
yeah,
and, just this bizarre happenstance of let's beat up this guy together, as we'll see a little later on tonight. You know, I think DSA membership can be a perfectly valid reason for keeping up.
Yeah. Jonesy going for that big choke.
Matt Miller in that red little singlet or whatever. What's his deal? Oh my God! SCFL misses. He just casually walks out of the way.
You know what I just noticed, and this is really striking to me right now. Mr. Bianchi, no facial hair.
My God, that is absolutely true. I didn't even notice it. Last weekend, Mr. Bianchi in the main event had his mustache shaved off. Shaved off.
Yeah, Ichabod Adams with that big ghastly sickle. He's taken father and son's facial hair.
Little Jonesy going up top. Drops a big elbow on Aladdin. It's very interesting that Bike Bianchi, the runner of the league, won't even give his father a little bit of time off after getting his ass kicked and having his mustache shaved. He's right in there. He's right in the ring as the referee, and he's working his ass off.
You know, I mean, that's how the Bianchi family is, though. Bike is backstage working.
Well,
we don't get to see much.
We don't see him
like
anymore.
a Phantom of the Opera.
Right. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Bike Bianchi. He is. It's a very concerning. We haven't seen our boss in over 2 weeks. But last week we did see some weird masked dude who didn't really do anything.
He's supposed to debut here tonight, actually, that masked man.
We have gotten multiple texts from Bike Bianchi tonight saying, "Have you got my email? Did you see what's in my email?" Which we have been... We've added the graphic.
Doing the old Harvey Birdman, you get the thing I sent you.
Right.
He actually responded to Ichabod taunting him on Twitter, and he said that he is not the masked cyclist, and also that he has a doctor's note as to why he can't compete.
That said, Bike did send me an email with this attached to it, saying constantly, "Did you get my email? I sent you an email." So this masked man is out there, and he seems very vengeful. We don't know who he is, but seems like we know who he is.
The proof that he's back last week, he just stood there.
I don't
think
know.
He ominous, but it just nothing happened. So
by this point, I'm wondering why Bike.
Happened is that Mr. Bianchi lost his beard.
It's been 2 weeks. Why hasn't Bike just grown his mustache back? Instead, he's been wearing this. Oh, little Jonesy's eliminated. At this point, Bike could have grown his mustache back. It's not that big of a deal.
We don't know if it's him or not, though. We just know it's a man with the mustache.
Oh, that's how it is, though. Even in all pro wrestling leagues, you know, if someone gets like their head shaved, their head is shaved cleanly for weeks. Yeah. The ultimate shame.
For some reason, you know, I shaved about a week ago, and I'm not clean shaven, but you know, trimmed. And it hasn't really come in all that well yet. It's really, I understand the hesitance on Bike Bianchi's part.
Aladdin getting slammed hard. Asanafil is gaining some. He's in the Final Four again. We've never seen the Scramble title defended. Aladdin lands hard on his back. I mean, we may just be seeing Asanafil become the greatest, like, weird... like
the greatest Battle Royal champion ever.
But this is more than a Battle Royale. It's a scramble. You can get knocked out. You can get TKO'd. You can get submitted. You can get thrown over the top rope. The pinfall. It's impressive.
I mean, we're 22 minutes into this match, and these guys are going.
Oh, Miller's. Yeah, Asanafil submits Miller.
Actually, that was Aladdin that did with the Manjigatame. Octopus. Asanafil really gets screwed over here. Like this is every time he goes for a big move.
Kurt King has been eliminated. Aladdin goes up top. Slams Asanafil gets. Oh my God! I can't believe Asanafil. If he wins this, he's the first person to ever defend. 1, 2. 2.9. Oh my God!
Wow. I mean that really could have done it.
Come on! Oh.
So here we go. Asanafil Rossi in the flame trunks, and we have Aladdin Bell in the DSA rose green trunks.
3. Asanafil makes history. Absolutely incredible. He's gassed as hell. Asanafil makes history. This is incredible. The first man to ever defend. This is like the heavyweight division, but less pathetic. Like, this is actually really impressive.
Are you sure about that?
He
did go through a lot of guys. I will give him that.
Right. No. I think Asanafil. No, this is defending the UFC title. Heavyweight title 3 times is less. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'm willing to buy that.
I'm more impressed by this, is what I'm saying. All right, so what do we got up next? Oh,
next we have a pretty big match, a rematch of sorts from last week.
Folks, last week we saw a trios title match take place between Sons of Anger, the quote-unquote A-team, even though there's no one in a tricked-out van, taking on the trios champions, the Philly Buick Mega Squad. And it was probably one of the best matches in Super Chat Pro Wrestling history. So we decided to
I think it was the best ever.
Yeah, it was incredible. And this man right here, Sanders, did pretty incredible work.
Man, Sanders Suzuki and Rastaban Baptiste coming out now. They stayed in the match way too long, got really exhausted, but just kept fighting tooth and nail until Sanders finally he finally took out Rastaban.
And last week was Rastaban is the leader of the Sons of Anger, and last week he gained a lot of powers because it was Reverse 311 Day.
Yeah.
Evil powers.
Amber was the color of his energy.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Everyone was going, whoa!
Yeah, he is the spiritual leader of the Sons of Anger, I guess you could say. He's a very spiritual man who uses the healing power of the music of 311.
energies. He centers everyone's chakras. It's a lot of, it's
energy.
Honestly, it's mostly just sitting around in a big circle, smoking weed and listening to 311.
I can't fault him for that.
Right. While Sanders Suzuki has been an odd little part of Hero Supreme's squad at the Philly Supreme Buick.
Yeah. Sanders, he sleeps above the gym right now. He's starting to earn his keep, though,
Absolutely.
He's not even pictured there in this family photo.
Is he not? Well, that's part of the commercial. I don't know if he should be in the commercial.
I
don't think the Supremes would be like, we need to put him in the picture for the dealership.
I mean, Cheesesteak, also known as Cheesist, would probably want his good butt in there, but Hero, the patriarch of the family, doesn't want anything to do with this kid, other than he's appreciative when he wins matches.
Can we get Hero on the phone so he can kind of talk us through this? Because he's going to be fighting later tonight in the main event. We might as well. We need to get his take. I mean, he doesn't really like Sanders.
I think he respects him a little bit. Let me see if we can grab him.
It's gotten to the point where he respects him. Do we have Hero?
Hello?
Hero.
What? Oh, what? Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's on. We can hear you.
Oh, God damn it. I'm backstage here eating, we got crepes. We got some crepes going on. And watching Sanders look like a fucking idiot.
I don't think he looks that bad.
You can't fault him too much. I mean, he won the match last week for your team. He helped you retain your titles. He scored the decisive pinfall over Rastaman Baptiste. I mean, you have to show some respect. And that
he was too dumb to tag out. That's pretty much what happened. He got lucky. We've been talking about this all week. He needs to be smarter, and he said he'd try, but his idea of smarter is sometimes not the same thing that you or I would think. We're all smart people.
Hero, but you guys are you're the defending trios champions together, and you guys went through
Absolutely.
this. You're main eventing this. You get a little bit more pay for that, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you think that Sanders will ever be in your commercials for the Philly family Buick?
We gotta see how things go here. He was the weakest link for a long time. He's involved because Philly's off there playing grab ass with Discussion Davis. So he's a fill-in, and he's not on the same level as Philly. That's for goddamn sure.
Just landed a great splash there, but well, what'll happen if Sanders loses this match? And how do you feel about your main event fight against Ratt Middle tonight?
Whatever the fuck, Sanders is probably gonna lose this match. I don't fucking care. But Ratt Middle, he took something from me that meant a lot to me, and I'm upset about that. Last week I was able to keep something that kind of meant something to me, but he took something that really meant something to me. I'm gonna.
You're talking about sandwiches, right?
Maybe, but also the world kickboxing title.
Is a panini a sandwich?
That's a very difficult subject that I don't want to really broach because, I'm mostly Greek and we don't talk about paninis.
All right. Well, good luck to you tonight, and hopefully Sanders pulls it out here, or not. I'm really not. I got no dog in this race, frankly.
Sanders, if he pulls it out, they should arrest him.
Wow. Well, that was Hero Supreme. Will be in the main event tonight. And the best 2 out of 3 falls against probably the most dangerous member of the Sons of Anger that Baptiste here in the yellow pants is the leader of. The most dangerous 311 listener that you know.
Yeah.
Ratt Middle.
Okay, baby. Yeah. Is a dangerous fighter. He's had middling, I would say middling success in pro wrestling. Certainly not to the heights of his kickboxing glory. As of yet, but he's definitely had a lot of moments of, or prolonged stretches of inactivity where he's just not necessarily been on cards a lot. So he's looking to get back in the action on a more consistent basis. So
whoa, look at that.
See how that goes.
Wow.
Just a 1 count there.
Rastaban is, maybe he's getting a little beat up here, I feel like Sanders is being the aggressor.
Oh, yeah. Look at this off the top rope. Oh, my God. Sanders might have hurt himself. That was very Sanders.
He's the most Sanders thing possible.
He's very willing to hurt himself.
I don't know why you would even do that. Like a springboard drop kick to the outside? Like, I understand why Hero gets so upset with him. Like, but then again, you know, he seems to be winning this match.
Right, and it's risks like that pulls off wins sometimes. I mean, these guys are the reigning, defending trios champions, and I mean, Jessica, where does this even put the Sons of Anger if they come out on the losing end here?
I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of talks of back to the drawing board, a lot of gym sessions, jam sessions.
Oh man, this could be it right here. Nope. Sanders is feeling strong. Sanders is confident. I wonder if he's on steroids.
You know, he's not the brightest. He's not. So who knows? He might not know any better.
Whoa, Sanders with the huge flip.
Whoa.
2.9. The crowd is going crazy now.
As they should be. This is some really intense action.
Tornado DDT. This has got to be it.
Oh, wow.
Pin this man. This has to be it. Oh, man. Balls resting on chin. It's over.
Wow.
Sons of Anger. Sanders Suzuki's coming into his own. Absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
That was almost a tribute to Super Delphin right there. That's kind of weird.
And David Bixenspan gives it an 84%. I accidentally switched scenes a little bit too quickly there. Hey, so the next fight's a big one. It's our first title fight of the night. What we've got here is an S1 title fight, which is kickboxing, between probably one of the most dangerous men in the entire league, Chucky Murphy, versus Chuchai, the rightful champion, defending, undisputed.
Yeah.
Chucky Murphy's really found a niche for himself with combat sports. But Jessica, do you think, what's the pulse in the Sons of Anger? Do they like him representing? Like, he was a late entry to last week's kickboxing tournament. Like, came out with 5 minutes. He had 5 minutes of prep, and he came back and won. And he's done well in MMA. Do they want him there? Or do they want him to, bring those hands over to the wrestling side?
I mean, I think they definitely would like to see him, just bring glory to the Sons of Anger. He's definitely not bought in as much to 311 as Rastavan would like. He's still more on the anger side. He hasn't, cooled himself with the. So it's a interesting locker room situation where, he's there, but he's a little aloof.
Yeah.
Him and Meatman are they're there, but they're not all the way bought in.
A lot of hugging early on here, but that's, not as bad as some of the other fights that we've seen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We know that these guys are extremely dangerous, too. Oh my god, that's what you see at a minute in! Fucking flying knee knockout by Chuchai. Holy shit!
Wow.
Wow!
That's insane.
What the hell?
Holy shit. That guy's on steroids.
That guy's... I mean...
Everybody who wins is probably...
Wow!
At this point.
Holy crap. I mean, we aren't even prepared. I have no idea what's next. Oh my god, this is a big fight up next. Team Suits. Team Suits.
Team Suits is making their debut against the ever dangerous Missouris. I'm looking forward to this.
So talk us through who is Team Suits.
We got former S1 champion Raul Hernandez. His seen there in his native Cuba, which he was kicked out of for masturbating in public, which honestly he's being seen doing there right now. It's a weird crime, not necessarily a crime scene photo, but just a caught in the act kind of surveillance photo of what he did. He fought last week in a breezy white, and he caught the eye of Spencer Morgan, a Men's Warehouse night manager, and Spencer liked the way he looked, so they've decided to team up.
Because if these, if we have something in common, it might as well be the love for a suit. And these men love their suits.
And the men that they're fighting are usually like garbage match fighters. Like, these guys are not used to...
They're just garbage people.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're not great people, that's for sure.
You know what? They've never done anything wrong to me. They just fight in a lot of hardcore matches.
Yeah, they like to hurt people.
We've seen you use sickles and scythes and forks on people you claim to be friends.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wish I was fighting you right now. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not surprising that you would say something like that.
Wow. I'm very excited about this. Look at these guys. These are handsome suits. Really great. Just, once again, though, like, they're just going to get ruined. Why are they doing this? I mean, they look great.
It's all about how you look, how you feel. You look good, you feel good, you fight good.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of confidence with that.
Spencer, wow, what a team.
And then these dudes are usually just willing to cut themselves open. These men have run into glass and barbed wire in order to pump themselves up to go for a win. And now they're fighting some guys that like to dress up in suits? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel here.
Fight!
Raul had a big win last week, kicking Bradford Culpepper's knee into complete destruction.
That's true.
And Spencer Morgan, he went to a draw with Knight's Bane Cult. The TV title, which is going to be defended a little later on tonight, as Cult takes on former longtime champ Offers Thompson.
Yeah.
Which should be an interesting.
He's finally getting that chance.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the Missouris are just big old, terrible, terrible people.
Absolutely.
And, right here we're watching Spencer Morgan, who's, he's a guy who lost his TV title because he had to clean up. He had to work a late shift at the Men's Warehouse. This is,
yeah, and he didn't even get pinned. He just drew with the newly crowned champion. So it's a little frustrating for him.
Yeah, he never lost that title. It's really, he was on the precipice of becoming the first two-time champion who had never actually lost the title. But,
I mean, even Offers Thompson had to resort to escaping a cage to win. He couldn't even pin Spencer Morgan.
Yeah. It's, but you know what? This is a promising tag team with Raul Hernandez, serial public masturbator and former S1 champion. This guy is the real deal. He just can't go back to his home of Cuba.
It's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
5 minutes gone.
Oh no. So yeah, Spencer Morgan, big. His offense might not be the flashiest in the world, but at the same time, he's getting choked by a terrible man And you can see him right there, Maniac Missouri, in his bloody t-shirt. He doesn't, he's never cleaned it, I don't think. It just gets filthier every week.
Morgan's not flashy, but he's
Spencer Morgan.
he's got solid offense. It's reliable. It's custom fit to what he likes to do, what he can do in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, Raul is finally in there now, and you know, he looks really breezy in that nice suit. Oh god, he gets kicked in the balls.
My god, no! I'm just reading the content now. Like, this is, no one has sex in this league that I know of. First off, and no, this is not a public league briefing, but we appreciate you checking.
Nobody's ever asked. You know, that's that's what's interesting to me.
What?
Sledding has had sex. Federal Bell has had sex, allegedly.
Yeah, sledding and Federal Bell, I guess. Man, when you really, really think about it, I think that out of like the 70 or 80 people that are in this league, at least from what I think, Alex Thompson has. There might only be like maybe 10% of the league has had consensual sex.
Wow, that's especially on the day of the Women's March. That's something to really take into mind here. That's horrific statistics. We know that Ichabod hasn't, because he is a regular of the Reddit forum, Men Going Their Own Way, and also /incels.
God, I thought, no, /incels I think was shut down.
Yeah, he was, but now he's a man going his own way. Although he did have a love of his life. Her name was Amy, and much like many of the other people in this league, she died via a terrible car crash.
Oh my god!
I'm not sure why everybody dies in car accidents.
Murph is asking in the chat, where has the wall been the last few weeks? Mostly, you know, just on laundry duty. He's
printed a couple of license plates.
Yeah, he's been working at the prison.
He got into a fight in the mess hall in the cafeteria, and he's been in solitary for a little while. So
he threw a lunch tray and took out a dude's eye.
Yeah,
and it was an impressive shot, is the thing.
He stole, and then he ate the guy's pudding. He was really fucked up.
Look at Spencer Morgan not even doing anything. His partner just getting choked. In comes Morgan now.
Well, you know, Spencer had to make sure that his suit was comfortable.
This is a weird thing. Just kind of like stretched his arm and decided to lay on him. I don't know how I feel about the suits. Like, these are just two men that decided to wear suits, and then oh no, a giant fork. He just got knocked out.
Wearing a suit, like it's a short sleeve.
Well, Bike then insisted, he's like, hey, you guys are a team now. These people have never met each other. Spencer Morgan can't even show up half the time because he's working.
Yeah. I like that, you know, some people might opt for like brass knuckles, but fucking, you know, Maximo Missouri over there, he opts for goddamn giant like spiked knuckles.
Laying on him and stretching him.
That's the goat stipe to you, Murph?
Stipe. Okay. Stipe.
No,
he doesn't play. He's not the lead
Stipe.
singer of REM. Hey, Murmur was a classic, man.
Hey, look. I don't want to hear it. What's the frequency count?
Spencer Morgan only opts for one hop, whereas last week he blew his .TV championship by doing 5.
This is the dumbest
gassed himself out.
And I've seen many Sanders Suzuki matches.
Monster is a good album.
It was. It no longer is, though. I only listen to the Chromatics now because of Twin Peaks, okay?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Spencer Morgan is showing that he's looking not bad at all. Look at this. Like, it's incredible that he can move in this suit like this. It's great. It's a selling point of the suit.
I wonder if it's like a stripper suit where like kind of like really comfortable and tear away, but maybe not. You know, he's all about the serious suit.
Tearaway. Tearaway.
Yeah.
I just wish I had ever watched USA's original series Suits so I could pepper in some jokes, but unfortunately.
I think they had a bunch of people from Game of Thrones guest star on it.
The best series that's on USA that wasn't originally on USA was Wings, which was on at around 9 a.m. from 1995 to 2000.
You said,
Maybe
you
8
said the
a.m.
words up all night very weirdly there. So.
Well, I mean, we know that Spencer Morgan loves Silk Stocking.
Strangely.
No way. Spencer Morgan knows every episode of Silk Stockings. You should hear this guy talk about it backstage.
It used to come on after Raw, and I would always have to scramble to turn it off so my mom wouldn't see it because it always started off with racy scenes, if you know what I mean, and for USA Network in the 90s. And my mom would probably never let me watch wrestling again. I mean, there was a lot of great USA Network shows in history. Pacific Blue, which was basically Silk Stockings, but in a beach setting where everybody rode bikes.
Let's focus on the match. Let's focus on the moves.
No. Triple H guest starred on Pacific Blue, okay? I remember that. I like that Murph is really into Silk Stocking, as he should be. As he should.
Hell yeah! Who?
Murph is barely a little bit older than I am. He went through that probably same thing. You know.
What time was Silk Stockings on?
It was on.
It was
11.
after Raw, right?
It was on 11, yeah. Because it was racy. Okay. Basically, you'd see like a woman's leg or something like that, and that for my Roman Catholic mother was too much.
This is too much. You know, you got a man called Raul masturbating with his shirt open.
Yeah, this would be USA.
God, he's just getting headbutted. This is just like Raul. Spencer saves his friend and then celebrates it. Like these men,
they're friends.
You know what? Their suits still look good though. Yeah, I don't even know if they're friends. They just met tonight. I'm sure they. You know what? Give them some time and they'll bond over their suits.
Yeah, but Raul is kind of just wearing like a
he's
linen
not even
shirt
a suit.
and pants.
That's a Cuban style suit. Stop being offensive to other cultures, Walsh.
Like I know a lot about suits, okay? Not as much as Spencer probably. He is like a suit like compendium.
Oh, look at him just drive that elbow stylishly into the face of Maximo, Missouri.
He knows what's up.
Yeah. And with each elbow, there's a lot of nice wind. He's got his shirt open. There's breathing, breathing fabrics.
You know, he doesn't.
That's why he does
and it's
so
white too.
Yeah.
So when he puts on his deodorant, it doesn't like stain anything. It's like he's really in a good place right now.
Absolutely.
Surreptitiously masturbates.
My God, they're just stomped his ass or his nuts, Raul.
Oh my God.
Spencer.
And then the stomp. Like his balls have to hurt. He's not going to be.
Spencer celebrates a lot.
He does. He just loves how he looks.
I don't blame him.
It's all those commissions.
Absolutely. Let it be known that Spencer Morgan can get you a 15% off discount. Oh no, his white linens are dirty.
You know, this was going to happen.
Holy God, a light bulb broke on him.
Well, sometimes these things happen in MMA.
These goddamn Missouris. Trust anyone from the state of Missouri.
Wow. So Maximo missed a diving headbutt on Spencer. And Spencer hits a big boy senton.
He's not that big. I mean, I know it's just the name of it, but he's not that big.
No, he's not. He's actually quite normal.
Which, for this league, is saying a lot.
he's probably a little bit small. Yeah.
Outside of the match breaker from Raul,
Yeah, like because Mr. Bianca is so, he looks like he's taking a dump in the corner, honestly. And
Their
he's
suits
not.
are ruined. Their suits are ruined. This couldn't have it. We were just talking about how well this was going, and like how the Missouris are fighting in their first non-crazy match, and then what does it become? It becomes crazy, and suits are ruined. And this is just the worst thing. This is the worst possible. Oh my God! He slammed him on his own partner's nuts. Oh, they're screwing each other over there. Keeps screwing it up.
These guys are not a great tag team. Maybe they'll get there, but like this is really not good.
Yeah, I was not expecting a puddle of blood in the ring until a few matches later, but I guess the Fixers are gonna have to.
Oh, boom! Big knees. The former S1 champion comes out. He's pissed. He's pissed. His suit's ruined. He won.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Is he publicly masturbating there?
No. No.
Look at his hand.
Come on. It's on his knee. He's just
He only masturbates
sick.
with his hand in his pockets.
Unbelievable. 90%. Biggs loves it.
Got 2 wins by KO here.
Let's keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that despite us not seeing Bike Bianca, or having a mustache, that mustache is gone, for all we know. He's still willing to do your social media. He was fired by Michael Bisping recently. And if you work for a local school district, he's willing to do your substitute teacher schedules. Kaizen is coming, you guys.
You know, we're really waiting with bated breath for that.
What do we have up next?
You know, I mean, up
Hardcore
next.
tag match.
Yeah.
So
Ricky and Puncho against Captain White and Algorithm Schneider. I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
Now the
Raul's
hardcore,
Puncho.
the hardcore title is just a picture of Public Enemy.
Yeah, the Public Enemy.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Absolutely. Oh wait, I'm sorry. What footage?
That's that bean footage right there. Rocka Rock and Johnny Grunge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I just assume they eat a lot of beans. They're large guys.
So that's Chucky and Meat Mean currently hold those beautiful photographs, I believe.
I believe so. I believe they lost that a while ago. That's currently held by Until Robert and both Ferrari.
Oh,
Meat and
that's
Chucky
right.
lost it to the Missouris, who then lost it to Until and both.
A lot of stuff happens in this league.
I propose instead of taking all the time to say Until Robert and both Ferrari, we just call them the Lost Boys.
They are the Lost Boys, Jessica. Thanks for bringing that up. Can someone explain the story of what we're seeing here with Naveen Andrews reacting to those two training behind him?
Yeah, I mean, I believe that one of them, I can't remember which one, was working. I think it was Until Rob. No, it was the other guy. And he was working on the set of Lost, and Until Robert, giant Naveen Andrews and Lost fan, showed up, and so they were kind of training on the beach, and Naveen was being interviewed for some sweet behind the scenes footage, and he noticed these two fools behind him, and as you can see, he's really just like, what are these idiots doing? You know, this went viral, as viral as things could have gone back then. You know, MySpace, you know, email. So
I saw that.
these guys,
My grandma and my aunt both emailed that to me. I remember seeing it.
yeah.
I didn't know what was going on because I didn't watch Lost.
You're just like, wow, why is this guy?
What an interesting twist in the mystery.
Oh man.
Hold on 1 second. Talk more about things.
Wow.
We're getting away from the next match, which is Ricky Robinson, two close associates of Raul Hernandez. Weird, kind of gross sexual deviants.
Yeah.
They're taking on, I believe the team name is the High Seas, Captain White and Algorithm Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a very strange bloodbath.
Yeah, you know, these
Hardcore tag.
I feel like neither one of these teams are really all that hardcore, but Algorithm is a very strange man. He's knocked out a couple people with his strange fall-away power bomb, and Captain White, of course, a Johnny Depp impersonator who mainly focuses on the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, his favorite. He was a little distracted last week because Netflix added the most recent film, and he did not own it yet on. He couldn't find it on DVD. It was only out on Blu-ray. He was a little upset about that, so he's streaming it now, and he was really getting into it, even though he saw it in the theater multiple times. But you have to understand the theaters in the Caribbean are not exactly the greatest.
Nor are the ones in Bellyrubon, Iowa.
Yeah. Good old Bellyrubon, Iowa. That's where we are now. We're Bellyrubon Civic Auditorium. That's where live professional wrestling and mixed martial arts and kickboxing happens.
Sometimes basketball, not often, but sometimes.
Yeah.
And here we are, finally, the mustacheless Mr. Bianchi has been smart about it. He's wearing armor and a helmet and gloves. Last week we saw him absorb an explosion, and then he had to fight later on in the night.
Look at him!
But he's now out in armor smartly because this ring is going to explode in 15 minutes, people. And Algorithm has seemed to gain some weight.
He has horrific weight fluctuation. You know, he just... Sometimes we'll see him and he's in okay shape. Other times he looks like a doughboy. It's really hard to tell which Algorithm's going to show up.
No, I don't recall. He did not travel to any alternate dimensions, and that wouldn't be the result, would it?
He did not, and that's a very out of context thing. I'm sure that's very weird for some of our new viewers.
He just eats a lot sometimes. He stress eats.
Okay. So, Puncho is in the jean shorts with the penis tattooed on his chest and the Diabolus Mortis style sugar skull tattoo on his face. Ricky Robinson has the makeup tattooed on his face, so it's actually tattooed. And the large flame shirt. Or flame-looking shirt tattooed on his chest. Going into exploding wire.
Yeah, and Captain White, the man who just took the explosion, he just looks like Captain Jack Sparrow. That's all there really is with him. He's, there's been a lot more. There's a lot of things have happened to him in his life, but he works at Disney. He's part-time. He is an impersonator of Captain Jack Sparrow. And he doesn't make great money. Probably Poncho.
Gorvis. Gorvis has numerous... Well, I don't know about Dragon Ball Z, but he has numerous button-up dragon shirts. It's been established. Rathaniel, Rap Metal, has a lot of... pewter dragon statues.
Oh no, Ricky Robinson is kissing. He's kissing Algorithm.
Wow.
He likes to play these mind games. He's also extremely horny. He's
this is and Captain White was wielding that barbed wire bat.
Weird thing though is that Puncho is he said he's explicitly gay, whereas Ricky is bi, and yet Puncho is not the one who ever attempts to kiss or do anything towards his opponent. So it's kind of an interesting dynamic in that tag team. Puncho just likes to beat the shit out of people and then find his boyfriends out on the town.
Well, human sexuality is a strange thing, and everybody shows it in a different way. Mr. Bianchi shows it by dressing up like a Power Ranger. I don't know what he's dressed up as, honestly. It's just he's something. We've also seen him in a bobsledding attire. Oh my God!
Barbed wire bat.
Yeah, it's interesting that Puncho just kind of chased Captain White. He's kind of trying to hurt him intentionally. I mean, he's Captain White, back of the head. Lord humongous. Just walk away.
My God, he's just hitting him in the back of the head. This is hardcore. Meanwhile,
this is
sick.
Terrible. This is terrible. Captain White deserves better. And then all while Algorithm's trying to pin Ricky. Like, these guys are not used to these rule sets.
Oh man, Puncher just gets hurt hard. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be over there. I don't think Mr. Bianchi even wants to deal with the explosion with his armor on. He knows how bad this is.
He had this get up special ordered, and I don't think he wants to get it all messed up either, because it kind of cost him a lot of money. So he's hoping that these guys just get it over with. I think. He's also really embarrassed to be publicly out there without his facial here.
Poor Algorithm, you know, he's overweight, stressed out in general in his personal life, and he's like the only guy who's bleeding right now.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people going to the barbed wire, but he's the only one who got busted open.
Poncho with a baseball bat to the head. I always think I feel like that's just a step too far. I don't understand why they allow that. Like, people shouldn't be hitting each other in the head with baseball bats. Why does
like with that veracity? Like, it's just not. It's just disgusting.
This is to the death in a lot of ways, and I'm not comfortable with that. But you know what? We get paid handsomely here in Super Callo's cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Scalo is the next big crypto. I'm currently mining right now for it. You mine for Scalo by
oh wow. Johnny
Depp
will not know about this, but in Captain White's mind,
wow,
this is a great thing.
My God.
I think you could say that Captain White just found his Neverland. 98%.
Wow. He hit the Black Pearl on him, and that was it.
Didn't even get an explosion, which is kind of a disappointment.
Yeah, can you believe it? 12 minutes, and Mr. Bianchi didn't even have to use his armor.
Yeah, I think that's the main takeaway here. He didn't need his armor, which, you know, it's safe. It's not damaged or scuffed up yet.
So next up, we got the .TV title, which is exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Knightsbane Cult, he's defended this title. The only this title is an interesting 50-minute time limit. Because it is a .TV title, it is contractual that you must defend it every time that these events are broadcast. So, you know, even if something random happens and there's another show that because Mike Bianchi decides from a fever dream that he needs to put on a tournament or something, you gotta get there, you gotta defend, or you get your title belt taken away. We saw that happen to Spencer Morgan, who had to work a shift at the Men's Warehouse closing on a Saturday night, and you know, he lost his title.
Not in stores. You can't be in a store and defend this belt.
And keep in mind that Offers used to be the champion, and he felt like he got screwed over. He felt like he got completely screwed over. Oh God, nope. Whoa!
Wow.
You know, and
I don't know how that happened. Somebody in the production truck is messing with us.
You know,
here.
things happen. And here's the champion coming out. So Offers has been stalking all of the different champions, basically ensuring that he gets another title shot. And this is the first time getting that title shot. And he's someone who has never actually defended in a normal allotment of time. He's escaped the cage a few times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bloody gross mat. One night.
It is a very gross mat. The guys who usually take care of it were a little overworked last week.
Yeah, Mr. Bianchi changed out of his gear. He basically like his referee shirt slipped over most of his armor.
Yeah.
So he had to like take his shirt off, and take his armor off. You know, his sons were backstage helping him. I guess the fixers were there.
The masked man was there helping him, and it was like, why are you even doing this, dude? Like,
it was a big ordeal.
No one,
we had a lot of people talking about it. Like,
yeah,
why is everybody
like
Mr.
why
Bianchi?
is this guy like lifting it off like a stuck hockey jersey? We don't know. It's just ridiculous.
Say a biohazard suit though for this.
Yeah.
Point out that Offers is the only person to have actually defended the title by winning a match, not by just taking his opponent to the time limit draw before. So.
And you can't take away the fact that he won. He went through a whole tournament.
And he beat Alex Thompson. He
Alex
beat
Thompson,
the wall.
Who we do have a video package. Oh, look at that! Wow. We do have to maybe. Wow, Offers Thompson just going for a chair. Whoa, that's illegal.
This is
wow,
that's fucking illegal. The Offers is really
super
he wants
motivated.
that title back.
Yeah.
And Cult is just like he doesn't know. He thinks this is droll. He's just like thinks it's hilarious here.
I mean, keep in mind that unlike Offers, Cult has something to kind of go back to.
Yeah.
For Offers, this is his whole life. He loves Belly Ribbon. He loves being a champion. Cult has the Steel Drum Band. They're covering the Beach Boys mixed with...
They're the Atomicos champions. You know, we got to remember that.
He actually wants to go back to, or something he has to go back to.
You know what? He's making more money than anybody in the league with the Steel Drum Band.
Oh yeah, I mean
super popular in New Mexico.
I mean the residuals from their cover of Kokomo is pretty high. For some reason, the Jimmy Buffett heads really dig it. Like a drone, like weird sadcore version of Kokomo.
Let's answer the chat room here. Who in SCFL has most likely owned a button-up Dragon Ball Z shirt? Probably Xylophonist or Let Lou.
No, we went through this last match.
I'm so sorry.
You gotta we decided that Ratt Middle had probably who was it that we decided on?
Gorvis has the
Gorvis has the dragon shirts.
Interesting, very nice. That's awesome.
Dragon shirt.
Props to him.
Nice silk dragon.
He probably keeps his phone in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's a flip phone.
I would like to point out, 20 years since Resident Evil. I'm 35 now, so I'm actually a little surprised. It seems like I was younger when that came out. Because that was a really big
35.
deal.
I'm 35 in 7 days.
Wow.
It's depressing.
Jessica, what are you 35?
I'll be 35 in 2 years.
Oh wow. Congratulations.
And if you're in the chat room, please let us know when you'll be 35.
Murph would have been 35 3 years ago.
Yeah, like that's how you have to put it.
I did that math again. I think I did that math wrong.
My dog will be 35 in 3 years. Murph, there are some characters, or people I should say, that have put in applications to become fighters, and one of them is really into cryptocurrency.
Yeah. 2 years I'll be 35. I did that math right. It's late.
Champ loses by countout. The title does change hands.
It does change hands?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm wondering if we should put the count out to like 10 to make this interesting or something. We should talk to Bike about that. I mean, what do you guys think in the chat room? I don't know.
Oh. Offers going for broke here.
Absolutely. I hope Offers wins. I don't think he's gonna. Oh, reversed. Oh no. Oh, God. Offers goes to the outside.
You know, it's a deadly game going for those big top rope moves.
But then I think tumble. Oh my God, his knees. I think Cult is gassed.
That could be. Cult does not have the greatest gas tank.
It's because he's always on the road, you know?
Yeah.
It's because he used it to burn down that church.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Bianchi is
Oh
not.
God, these men are just
It's an
stuck.
arson
not
joke.
He forgot how to count to 20. To be honest with you here.
We got 4 minutes here. Just under 4 minutes. Will Offers be able to do this? Woo! Woo! My wife tonight was like listening to that. And she's like, "Why are they making those weird bird noises? Pa, pa, or something like that." It was like out of Arrested Development, like a chicken impression. It's like totally like not what you're hearing. Like what the hell? Cha, chicha. Oh my God, big knees. We've seen those in multiple fights tonight already.
We have.
Colt. Wow, Colt's put on some huge offense here. Crowd's
He's really
loving
going
it.
for broke.
Offers with the reversal now.
You know
We
what
got
Offers-
just over 2 minutes here.
That's what I'm saying. He's got to get this done.
They've got to do it. He's got to do it. He's got to figure out something now. Oh, it just kicks him in the ribs. I don't know if that's gonna like. I gotta stay down now. Ooh,
Oh.
big slam. Don't stop dancing, Colt or Offers. Like, what are you doing? You gotta follow
His
up. You got a
sense of
minute and a
urgency.
half.
His sense of urgency is not there.
Oh
I mean,
no!
that big slam, he could have pinned him. He could have gone for the pin.
Now he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose.
Got that big show tape in his face. This is
Whoa, he's rallying back. Less than a minute. Offers goes up top, stomps him. That's a weird thing.
wow.
No. Colt, oh my God. Now Colt goes up top. It's over.
Yeah.
Colt won. Unbelievable.
Wow.
10 more seconds.
Nope. You blew it, Offers. You fucking blew it.
Wow.
Look at him. Colt's all gassed. Offers is like, you're a fool.
Dragging a man around and then picks him up.
Offers is gonna be crying about this for a while.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about it.
And it wasn't even that good of a fight. Unbelievable.
Well, no, but I feel like these guys could have gone a lot longer.
Well, that's too damn bad because it's
Those are the rules.
Those are just the fucking rules. Alright, so what do we got next? Oh my God.
we got the most one-sided rivalry in all of Super Chat.
This is sad. We're gonna have to go to show the audience here just what we're gonna see is Kelly and Bradford Culpepper.
Kelly is the toughest man.
The toughest man,
Actually-
period.
He might be the toughest man dead, and we just don't know it yet.
Yep. About a month and a half ago, he suffered no less than 30 concussions. Since then, he's been walking around bleeding. We don't understand why. We don't understand how. He's
Crying.
not doing well. And then we're gonna get Kelly on the horn here, actually. This is he's been
backstage
he
eating
is
cigarettes.
Yep, he's backstage eating cigarettes right now. As we see him take blows to the back of the head. We have Kelly.
Jason, what am I fucking doing tonight? I fucking don't like Bianchi. I haven't spoken to him in a fucking month. He fucking just sends me a text message saying I gotta fight. I don't know who I'm fighting. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. Fucking tell me, boys. What am I fucking doing now?
You're going out there and you're gonna fight the guy that you requested last week, Bradford Culpepper, the guy who knocked you out. He gave you 30 concussions. Bradford Culpepper.
I don't know the man.
You won a boxing fight, and then you were like talking about how you could beat a bear, or I don't really remember, Kelly. You sounded crazy.
And you signed.
You were wearing your underwear.
You still are wearing your underwear. Why are you still bleeding for a week? What is wrong with you? All right, well,
he's putting his head on things. I think.
Kelly, good luck. We're gonna see you out in the ring.
Fucking love ya. Fucking love ya.
Wow, that's the first time.
First time anybody's ever told me that.
There's Kelly in his underwear. Normally a perfectly fine dressed man.
Usually wearing trunks and
he's fighting Bradford Culpepper. He's wearing a do-rag apparently, like.
And he's got his wrist taped up. Bradford Culpepper, he made it into the league through our substitute series.
Yeah,
he's a substitute lunch teacher.
He works for a company that distributes school lunches. He delivers them, and then he also distributes them into to the children. And he goes where he's needed. He's not like most people would have like a same route every day or something like that. He goes to whatever school is in need when the lunch lady calls out or something like that. It's a weird job, but the kids love him. He always gives extra helpings of creamed corn and maybe a little bit extra brownie or something like that. He's a beloved guy when it comes to lunchtime. The kids love when he's there. He's had a little bit of a rough streak of late, where he gets really upset about Bike Bianchi and he hurts people beyond what he should be doing. He was the banger champion for quite a while. He hurt, as we saw. Kelly got hurt really bad by him. A couple other people have.
He got his knee kicked in really badly, and I believe he's running slightly bigger knee pads this time out to kind of allow for more protection.
Yeah, he's probably his legs are probably pretty hurt. Kelly should be focusing on that, but instead he's bloody and in his tighty whities.
You think that he's gonna slip out one of these times? Like it's gonna happen, and that's why we're on at 2:30 in the morning Eastern time, because you never know when Kelly's gonna slip out of his whitey tighties.
If Let Lou hasn't slipped out of his singlet, I don't know.
He definitely has. And he reaches over and covers it back up like,
there's not really much to slip out there, if you know what I'm saying.
It still is dangling. There's a dangle no matter what there. And like he's got his, he calls it his hot dog and his two little bread balls.
Remember when everybody thought they saw Conor McGregor's dick and it was just his thumb?
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those moments. I don't know.
Round 2 of this contest. I don't know who. I do know you have to give the first round to Bradford Culpepper.
Yeah, Kelly is. He's
Kelly just as Bradford Culpepper bear hugs him. Kelly's just screaming and bleeding and writhing. Like at this point, I mean, Walsh, you're on the beat. And you've talked to Bradford Culpepper multiple times. Like, why does he keep agreeing to fight this insane Irishman?
Because he doesn't like to lose, and he lost to Raul Hernandez. He got kicked in the knee really hard, and he couldn't get up.
I forgot about that.
The tree of woe when he got kicked in the knee.
He got kicked in the knee, and he's like, "I'm done. I'm done."
He wants to win fights, and he
is on his feet, a half hour at a time, 3 times a day. So
he just, he really wants. In his mind, he has this big feud with Bike Bianchi going on, and I don't think anybody else sees it that way. So he's just waiting for Bike to be available to fight him. I think so. He just wants to stay fresh. And he wants to just beat people up in the meantime.
My
I guess he sees
God, I would love to see that in an MMA match, like a flying choke slam. What the hell was that? The Bradford's getting gassed though. This man is full of meatballs and mac and cheese. Oh my God, he knocks out Kelly with a press slam in an MMA match. That's Kelly. Oh God.
Just dumped him right onto his neck. Oh my God.
I am. That was just another squash. When is this gonna stop? This is terrible.
I don't know. Kelly is a proud man who eats cigarettes. I think he says he doesn't, but I think he does, and I think that might be a contributing factor to why he keeps putting himself through this sort of terrible, like.
It's the cigarettes that are the cause of this, and not the fact that he was kicked in the back of the head 17 times by Bradford Culpepper in their quote-unquote kickboxing match.
Well, and then in this MMA bout, he did an origatohe, where he picked him up into like a back suplex and then choke slammed him. Like, I was surprised that he got up from that, but then he got a press slam and it was over.
We are contractually obligated to show this Philly Buick because this Philly Buick commercial. Because we have Philly Davis coming up next, and Philly is going to be wearing one of these tracksuits. So we get paid money to play this.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the end of the line for Philly Davis, isn't it? Don't you think?
Oh yeah.
If they lose, it's got to be over for them. I think. It's run its course long enough. They're slightly better than the Fixers in that they can definitely beat the shit out of a single man, but Human is kind of pushing it for their abilities.
And they're fighting Torvald and Magomed,
who are very good.
And they also have worked as a team. And as much as Philly Davis are two of the greats, those two guys are undeniable the two greatest champions of all time. But on their own, not together. Together, they're a little. There's just something that doesn't work.
Both men want to lead.
Je ne sais quoi.
For someone to take a more secondary role, I think, is one of their big issues.
Yeah.
And then here we are, Davis in his battle gear and Philly in his tracksuit. I feel like they're more concerned about selling tracksuits right now than anything. Or people are wising up to the fact that the ring is never clean. and
Luke can't even get the chyron right, and it says Davis Philly, not Philly Davis, because he's incompetent.
And then, honestly, Discussion is selling those shoulder pads. They're foam. He's selling foam shoulder pads out in the lobby here, and they're selling pretty well. So I think that they're kind of, both guys are just riding this wave of, hey, we're big names and we're selling merchandise instead of winning. And for Discussion, it's weird because Discussion is a belt hunter. He's here to win titles. Philly wearing his gold chain because he doesn't want you to forget who he is.
Which you would think would end up like choking him. It seems like a dangerous thing to do.
But everybody here fights with honor, I think.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that it would be a dishonorable moment. I'm just saying, like, hey, shit happens where these guys are fighting,
Yeah, what if it got hung up on the top rope or something and Philly's getting strangled, like, by his own chain?
It's this incredibly powerful chain.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a lot of strange happenings around the league here that are kind of cosmic in nature, supernatural. Does Philly's chain have any magical powers that we know of?
Not that I know of, but I mean, I don't know if it's been ever been tested. I don't know if it's been tested. Jensen Woods has been mysteriously absent after he got horrifically beaten up many weeks ago. We've requested him many times. He seems like he's afraid to come back here. And since then, we've seen a couple more men frozen in the ring, almost being kidnapped into the nether realm. It was a serious situation, and the guy that we hired hasn't really done his job.
The real Philly's chain were the friends we made along the way. I heard a rumor, and I meant to ask Gyro when we had him on the line about this, but I heard that the reason Sanders isn't featured in the Supreme Family Buick and Jim ads is that he's not actually part of the Supreme Family, but that could change if he does marry Cheesist.
I mean,
I don't know if
wow.
that's 100%
Jeez.
true or not.
I mean, can we get Hero on the line? Maybe he should be talking about his nephew's fight right here. I mean, Philly's fighting now. Can we ask him that question?
You know, I don't know. Let's try. I guess he's bad. Last time we had him, he was
Eating
eating
crepes.
Yeah. Oh.
5 minutes gone.
Yep.
Hero?
Whoa. Yeah.
Jessica, what did you have to ask Hero? He's clearly still eating crepes.
First off, what kind of crepes you going for? You got some Nutella spread, or you got some strawberries? What you
Yeah,
going for
it's
there?
the Nutella, whatever the fuck that is. It tastes like chocolate, but it's not really. I don't really get it. It's from Australia. Some Kiwi gave it to me, I think.
Hey, at least it's not no Nutella November.
Yeah.
Wow,
Pretty
no
good,
Nutella
pretty sticky.
November. Who can resist? That's what I have to ask.
Yeah, you can't resist nutting, that's for sure.
Well,
Wait, I heard the rumor. I can't divulge my source because that just wouldn't be right. But I heard the rumor that the recent Sanders Suzuki isn't in any of the Supreme Family Buick and Jim ads. Is that he's clearly not in the Supreme Family. But if you were to say marry Jesus, that could change. Now, can you confirm or deny any truth to this rumor I heard from?
Wait, he's gonna marry cheesesteak?
maybe.
Oh my god! I didn't know that they were fucking.
I don't know.
Jim. I thought they were just talking. I thought they were just playing video games or something, playing
Well,
Call of Duty. Oh my god, they're fucking up there in the loft. This is a public place. We sell fucking sandwiches. Goddamn.
You sell sandwiches now?
Yeah, we sell fucking sandwiches. What do you fucking think we are, sandwiches?
You sound really broken up about this health violation of all things. Like, who knew that this would bring out the tender side to Hero? Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to get this shit shut down because these two guys couldn't help fucking in my fucking loft.
I don't understand why your nephew and your nephew's friend having sex in an apartment above your loft is a health violation, but...
Well, it's not an apartment. It's just kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know, like you have those fucking, like, foam tile ceilings or whatever?
My god! They're in the ceiling like aliens?
Really, yeah, you know, there's a little attic. It's a little crawl space. It's some storage, you know, they go up in the storage area. And I don't know, maybe the fucking flooring ain't too great. What if their fucking love juice there drips down onto the...
Jesus.
What if they start eating the insulation? Because they will think it's cotton candy.
God damn it.
You know they think it's cotton
I
candy.
gotta go up there with a fucking flashlight
No,
and
all
check
of this,
everything out.
none of this is. We don't know if this is happening. This is so irresponsible for us to even. Like these people are fighting later on tonight.
Damn it! I have to fucking look up. Now I have to go up there, and I got a fucking match tonight. It's fucking 2,
Oh,
3,
man.
4, whatever the fuck falls.
Hero,
I don't know.
well, go eat some crepes and relax.
Jason, you know I'm an advocate for the Sons of Anger. That's still something called mind games to throw Hero off for
My God.
Ratt's benefit.
My God, I don't know if that's fair. Wow, it seems like there's some serious divisions going on here in the booth. You know, just want to bring that up.
Just win, baby.
You know, wow, you're just on the Sons of Anger beat. You know, just like how I cover Belly Ribbon and Walsh covers like the alt-right.
I don't just cover the alt-right, okay? They're terrible human beings.
And also, you know, for transparency, why don't you admit that you're the one who produces those Philly Buick commercials? This Philly gets kneed in the head. This is
you
brutal.
know, Hero is very, very bad with computers.
No, he knees him in the head.
As you just heard, he doesn't really understand. He has some very obvious brain damage, I think.
Who doesn't in this league, to be honest?
No, everybody does. Absolutely everybody at this point has a mild to severe.
This is the CTE league, yeah.
Yeah. They've just been fighting for too long, too hard. My God.
So he thinks that cheesesteak and Sanders are boning in the attic of the gym, or something about sandwiches. I don't really.
Jessica just told him a rumor, which I don't understand how that's fair. He fights in the main event against Ratt Middle, and just blew his mind.
He's from the Middle East rumor mill.
He's more blown away than
not made up.
Right.
He seemed really upset about the health code thing.
Yeah, this is like he's more blown away than the No Nut November. He lost his title when he found out about No Nut November.
No Nut November practically killed him. Because he saw a photograph of a kid elevating, and he couldn't be upset.
It is good to find out that he wasn't, upset about their potential, being in a relationship. He had no qualms about that. It's just the location of where they were. Fucking, potentially.
Yeah, he doesn't want people fucking in his attic, I think. And he doesn't want them, especially when there's
the sandwich shop. Yeah.
They have like a cashier station, and they just sell sandwiches. I'm not sure where, like, who makes them.
Let's point out here that 16 minutes in, Philly and Discussion, two of the most decorated singles champions in the history of the league, have been nothing but shit as far as a team together. And they were only a team because it sounded good, and it was an accident. So they've been losing it. Look at this. They're starting to work better together. They're starting to do well. In Magomed and Torvald or I'm sorry. What's their name? Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Who's also a socialist.
Yeah. He's got no face, though.
They're doing great. This is one of the toughest teams in the league.
Yeah.
And everyone's expecting Philly Davis to break up, even though they're a fan favorite. But what happens if they start winning? What?
They're Philly Davis is a fan favorite.
Oh God, yeah. People loves Philly Davis.
I mean, they love the Philly part, right?
They love Philly Davis.
Who wouldn't? I mean,
who wouldn't?
One's in a tracksuit. The other looks like he's like in a Mad Max cosplay. Like, this is. Oh, there it is, the Buick bomb. But
Discussion
was too close.
Yeah. Getting reversed. Come on, Philly. I want to see this happen. Maybe, I don't know. Philly talking shit. Look at my tracksuit.
Yeah. Gold chain tracksuit.
I heard a rumor that is potentially going to wager his hair in a kickboxing match perhaps later this week.
Holy shit.
Wait, who was?
My God.
Torvald had made mention that he might wager his hair.
Wow.
Someone in the alt-right. I don't know specifically who, but someone.
Interesting. I don't know, take. Interesting. A democratic socialist goes to a hard rider. I challenge your hair for my hair. Just right off the bat. I love it.
He might be not that Ichabod would bemoan the fact that he'd be a skinhead. But,
Philly almost had the huge bomb, but Magomed. Magomed's one of my favorite fighters in the league. He's a badass.
Yeah, I mean that was a crazy counter. Like, Torvald was up for the power bomb, and then boom, just a sidekick to the face. A Perry Saturn sidekick.
Hard for Torvald's, health and safety as he was hoisted up for that power bomb.
Yeah.
Magomed is just like, I'm going to stop this power bomb in its tracks.
Oh my God, Discussion, help your friend. This is just letting it happen. Discussion can't figure out how to help him. Oh no. Discussion was like, I don't want to hurt you, dude.
He's like, what? He's like literally out, like saying, what?
I don't know what's going on. Discussion's freaking out. Now they're gonna lose. Oh my God, Philly Davis loses again. I can't believe it. Discussion has his mind blown. Like, that's the most confused he's been since he fought the raccoon. Terrible, and then they lose. Look at Philly's hurt. Like, what a shameful way to lose. Unbelievable, this team. They're 100%. Bix loves it. Why? Because they can't figure it out at the end? That's the worst way to... Oh, my God.
Wow. Wow.
You know, everyone's asking. Now we're showing. Alex Thompson has been busy in this league. The wall is a really scary guy.
I wonder when we're going to have to deal with him again.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hopefully not for a while.
Yeah.
So now we're continuing another offshoot of last week's Match of the Year contender. That trios matchup. Jesus, who just found out that he might be marrying his best friend. These allegations, he hasn't even had goddamn idiot. Hero is clearly working the graphic board. Jesus doesn't even know that his uncle just called in. And the thing is Hero is making his way out to the ring right now. Jesus doesn't even know about that. Hero is in Jesus' corner. Meanwhile, you know, Mr. Bianchi.
He's gonna start shouting some shit, I think.
So, oh man, Jesus getting overwhelmed already. There we see Rastaban Baptiste, who we saw earlier today, fight Sanders Suzuki and lose. Now he's watching over Gorvis just in case Hero does anything nefarious. I don't know if he will, but you know, he's out there with his chain on.
You know, I guess my question here is, what happens if Sanders Suzuki is the only one that wins? You know, he's seen as the weak link of the team,
really, wow. That's a really interesting thing to say.
Because I feel like Hero, he considers himself the anchor of the team.
Right.
And, I don't know if I disagree with that, but Jesus and Sanders are really coming into their own, and apparently, you know, ready to come out soon of the attic.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows if that's even real? I don't...
Yeah, I don't think it's real, but you never
I think
know.
it's, you know, just addressing rumors. These men have fights. Like, now we're talking about this, we should be focusing on their technique and their wherewithal.
Yeah. Did you hear Hero shouting at Jesus?
That's what he yelled.
Well, I don't think he at all, like, as we see Jesus right now getting punched in the face, I don't think Hero minds at all. I think that he is... I'm shocked. I've talked to Hero a lot, but I felt in his heart that he was really worried about any potential health code violation.
Oh yeah, he was upset about the health code violations. He doesn't care about whatever Cheesesteak's doing or not. You know, he just wants it. Make sure that he does it in a place that isn't his attic. You know, where he's storing food stuff, I guess.
Or just sandwiches nearby.
I guess they had to go through a real hell of a time to get the license to sell sandwiches in a place that prepares vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, it is feet away, and it's a gym. There are so many, like that whole complex is a health code violation.
Yeah. Oh, what is Rastaban doing?
Hey.
I think he's singing some new 311 lyrics.
Yeah, ain't about a day, down.
Mr. Bianchi.
Something off the new album.
He's asking Mr. Bianchi if he's ever made out in a dark hallway. and Mr. Bianchi's like, what are you trying to say to me right now?
He's like, I've made love twice.
Is that code?
He's like, I have 2 sons.
I have made love twice.
That was only when I was so amorous in love. he believes.
My son's boxing. My son, cellphonist. No. Oh.
He forgot about Bike.
God.
No, we're fighting on a bike like not being son.
Bike is dead to me. He lost his mustache. He is no longer my son.
Okay, baby.
And then Xylophone is his nephew.
Father?
Father?
Oh.
Cheesesteak.
Gorvis, yeah. So keep in mind that the team of Jesus in the white pants, Hero in the corner there, and not Philly, and Sanders, who we saw earlier, they're the trios champions. And last week they defeated Baptiste, Gorvis, and Ratt Middle in what I consider to be the greatest fight of all time.
Yeah, it was tremendous. It was long, it was arduous. It saw a lot of high-flying action, brawling, some technical stuff. It was a little bit for everybody.
Right.
Oh, the cycling Jesus there. He's going for a lot of goofy submissions since he thinks he's Jesus now.
I thought he thought he was the son of Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's really hard to tell with him. He's such a...
Gorvis
such a
just
loose
out
cannon.
muscling Jesus. And Cheesesteak, correct me if I'm wrong, he's retired from active kickboxing competition, right? Because of an injury?
Yeah. Weather Walker really hurt him. It was pretty tragic. Not as tragic as when Computer Colin literally killed Stromboli, his nephew.
And yet he was never brought up on charges for that.
Well, you know what happened
It's
in the
true.
ring? Everybody signs waivers.
Oh, wow,
It was
what
an
is
accident.
Jesus doing? And, I mean, I don't even know why he gets so... Why has Jesus gotten so sexual lately?
I don't really know. The more Christian he thinks he is, the more sexual he is. I don't really... Maybe Sanders is really bringing out something in him. Maybe.
Stretching his leg, that must feel good.
Okay, baby.
Oh! A little fisherman suplex there.
Yeah, you know, he knew a couple of fishermen back in the day.
Because I think Jesus is absolutely the underdog here against Gorvis.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Gorvis is a top tier competition here, and Jesus is just, you know, as his uncle says, a goddamn moron.
And Jesus just gets knocked out, or it's basically just destroyed by Gorvis. Wow, so 1-1. 1-1. And we're going to the main event that's best 2 out of 3 falls. It couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
Wow.
And I'd like to point out a very 73% Bix didn't really care. I'd like to point out a very important thing here. I feel like this is kind of gone like under the radar, but we have a hardcore championship match here.
Dude,
Yeah, we do.
It's going to be intense. Technology Cooper, the straight banger.
It is.
Champion.
I mean,
He's
and
insane.
this is happening because the last time these two met, we didn't get a satisfactory ending.
Yeah, talk us through that. What happened there?
You know, we had the exploding death match, which I hope we're going to see again here tonight.
Absolutely.
And both of those guys, after a grueling match, were knocked out. And there was no winner. Mr. Bianchi just kind of stood through the explosion somehow while both men got knocked out. It was really, you know, he's going to have to gear up again here for the match, but I think we're going to see something special here. These guys have to dig deep, and one of these men has to win, you know?
Fight.
Whoa.
I mean, I I think Hero might be proud of his alive gay son. Although it's not his son, it's his nephew. But it's the same thing.
There's a lot of uncles in this league, and we may have a new one as of today, for all we know. So keep in mind here, same rules as before. These guys have 15 minutes. The last match, it was a double KO, right?
Yeah.
And they've been going back and forth. Both these men have been champions before and have defended before. These are pretty much, I would say, the two toughest, craziest guys in the league. Sledding, hopefully, won't have to go through another explosion here.
Yeah, he's just happy he doesn't have a match this week. He only has matches when, you know, dire circumstances happen, like his son losing his mustache or, you know, Hero calling him out. Like, that's the only time he really fights.
Right.
He's happier behind the referee shirt.
Is he?
You know, he's had multiple strokes. You know,
he's redoing his kitchen.
Yeah,
which is, you know, just also just such a stressful thing.
Yeah, a remodel, especially when you're handling it yourself and just going to the Home Depot and buying all your stuff.
Right.
You have no clue what you're doing.
And
really
it's
stressful.
Well, and it's that wastefulness because he's had to start over so many times that it's really lent kind of an imaginative side to the hardcore matches. Lately, we've seen, you know, a brick death match, a faux brick death match that he thought about redoing his kitchen in, and we saw the parquet floor death match, which was exciting and innovative. Technology is swinging some of that right now. So you have to respect Bike or Sledding Bianche, who definitely doesn't want to absorb another explosion, but he's been there before. And you know what? If he didn't have to do this, then he wouldn't be remodeling his kitchen.
Yeah.
So exactly. I think he gets that. the end goal here is he wants to remodel the kitchen, and he'll do just about anything to make that happen.
Yeah. I can't blame him. You know,
5 minutes gone.
My God, Technology is doing this thing where he throws Zoning Sang off the ropes and Zoning bounces off of him and he punches him on the bounce. That parquet floor is just getting bashed over Technology's head. This is oh my God, a baseball bat to the back of the head. This is what I'm talking about. These men shouldn't be fighting the next week. They just shouldn't be.
Right. These guys should have gotten a week off. But
yeah. Like they one of them took a baseball bat hit last week. Like their skull is probably soft.
Like Kelly should
like a little baby. Yeah, like the top of a baby.
Should get a year off, but you know, that's
Zoning Sang is. Jeez.
He's a bloody mess. That's what he is. But he's still a proud belly ribbon guy.
He's torn up as his belly shirt is, his half shirt.
Well, you know, he has to show off his belly ribbon. That's the big thing.
I don't know if he had to rip off his sleeves, but that's just a personal choice.
You know, it's a good contrast where he's wearing a belly shirt while Mr. Bianche is like dressed for like fucking Backlash over here, or Backdraft, excuse me, the '90s film.
Pay-per-view Backlash.
Yeah, he could. Maybe he is dressed for a '90s Attitude Era pay-per-view. I don't know.
Oh, and just to remind everyone, Technology Cooper is very openly a soccer hooligan.
He's a soccer hooligan for sure.
Like that's his political.
Yeah, that's a political affiliation.
Yeah. Soccer hooligan. There's 6 baseball bats in this ring with a cane. Like, what is with this and a barbed wire bat? Like, oh my God, this is so sick. This should be outlawed. My God, this is like Walking Dead. What the fuck? This is sick. I don't want to watch this anymore. But Zoning Sang is getting back up. This is sick. He's just kind of like surviving.
He's gonna go full of Kelly.
Yeah,
you know, like he's gonna be out here in his underwear soon.
This is Glenn from The Walking Dead. Zoning Sang I see it from here. His skull is clearly open. I'm extremely concerned.
He's still fighting.
In 4 minutes, this ring is going to explode, and there's no way he gets to keep some of his skull on for it.
Yeah. You know,
Jesus,
I mean, maybe he'll come roaring back. I don't know.
I think technology is just sick, because people don't always go there with the baseball bat. Technology Cooper fucking goes there. And he's willing to, kill a guy. It's fucked up.
Well,
I don't like this.
He knows that the title is important.
So what? Look at this. Baseball bat. 3 minutes till explosion.
I'm wondering, are both men going to survive the explosion? You know, like...
technology is looking okay. Zoning saying is... Oh my god. This is terrible. Zoning saying is going to have to put something together really quickly here if he's going to survive, but I think I don't know if he'll even get to 15.
I mean, I think Chris Benoit's brain was in better condition
My
than
God.
Zoning Zhang's at this point. Like, this is terrible.
Oh my god. Pin him. It's got to be over here.
It's almost like...
Zoning Zhang kicks out. What is this man made of? He's like dancing around. We can see his gray matter.
You know, I think Mr. Bianchi is a little bit slower in all of that arm, too, to get to the pin.
Oh, right in the belly ribbon. Oh.
Go for the belly ribbon.
Zoning Zhang is considering getting a belly ribbon tramp stamp because, as the Mike Bianchi says, the lower back is the belly of the back.
Wow. I wonder what the mass cyclist would say. He'd probably just mumble.
Oh no. This is so bad. 30 seconds. Oh my god.
Whoa.
No. Oh. This is sick. Oh my god. Technology needs to pin him. Oh my god. This is a snuff film. We're gonna get taken off of Twitch. This is oh my god. No way. I can't believe we have another double knockout.
My god.
I'm not surprised at all.
These guys are
Zoning Zhang, I don't think is breathing.
Out.
I don't think Zoning Zhang is breathing.
Jesus. Somebody has to check on him.
We're going to crowd shot. I'm really, really concerned with what we just saw.
Cut to the guy in the singlet.
MDK King. Wow. That's a rare ending, and we've seen it 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, these guys can't finish each other.
I'm very, very concerned on multiple levels here. Where do we go from here? Because I feel like we're escalating into a dangerous territory where it's going to be like to the death.
I think we've got to scale it back. I think we got to go back to the parquet floor, the brick, or something, you know, a little less intense. Even a standard landmine deathmatch, something that is gonna push someone to get finished. Got to do.
I don't know. I think these guys need to have a match that just ends via knockout, and that is it.
You would think that one of these would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's all that's gonna happen between these two.
Yeah.
I'm pretty blown away. I'm pretty blown away. So what's the next fight? It's actually, this is a #1 contendership fight.
Yeah, it is.
Tag team action, baby.
Yeah, Fortran Cobal and Tapas Tiempo against Gene Green and Dubois.
Dubois!
Yeah. Interesting combo there. Dubois isn't that terrible of a person, but Gene Green, former disgraced champion, the only man to ever be stripped of the title for taking steroids because he admitted it. Like an asshole.
Rick Robertson can't even win a title. He just tells people, yeah, I'm on steroids.
Yeah, he's disqualified immediately.
Yeah. He just wanted to be around his nephew before.
So you would think that Fortran and Tapas Tiempo here, they've been fighting for a while. They're absolutely deserving if they win this fight against this random-ass team They absolutely deserve a title shot.
They barely defeated the team of Blowhole, Bernard, and Justice Turner, even though
it makes no sense.
To the Shadow Realm.
Like Garden Green and Gene Green. They have no reason to be fighting together. Garden Green should be with a Belly Ribbon member. They've never met before. Gene Green is just like beat discussion Davis. Mike Bianchi just saw two greens. He's like, "You're a team now." They found out when they got to the why? How did this even slip through the cracks? Like Mike Bianchi. Like they've never worked together before. They've never trained together before. They might have fought against each other in kickboxing. And it's for the #1 contendership.
This is how dreams are born.
The Green Dream. It's like both of you have the same last name. That's a gimmick.
It's just like both you guys are wearing suits. I'm not really wearing a suit. You're wearing a suit.
You're both dressed nicely, so you're a team now.
That's what Mike Bianchi thinks. Shirt and a pants and shirt is a suit. Like, suit guys, you're a team.
You know, we don't know if he's related or not, Chudley. All we know is that Gene Green here as he looks at his friend get punched in the face, or his partner, at least not friend. He got his start in fighting by starting fights with other dads at kids' soccer games. And so that's how he came to learn of the Fight League. He's a dick and he's on steroids still.
Wow.
Tell us about Tapas. I can never remember his backstory there, Jessica. You report on him often.
Tapas had a promising career in beautiful Spain as a highlight player, but unfortunately he suffered a broken ankle and could no longer move about the court as he needed to. So he got into kickboxing. Had minimal success there. Just couldn't put it all together. But he's done pretty well in wrestling. He's got a pretty strong overhand right from swinging the pelota around. He's got a pretty good lariat, pretty good elbow, offensive system. Is one of the dumber men in the Sons of Anger. He's not like the weird men's rights, whatever kind of red pill guys. He literally believes he's in the Matrix.
Oh, that's good. That's also pretty weird. So, I mean, it's strange that a men's rights activist is wearing pink. Is he doing that ironically?
No, I was saying Fortran.
Oh. Oh.
He's not a men's rights activist. He just actually believes he's in the Matrix.
Oh, I see.
He's not one of those MRI guys who talks about being red pilled.
He's literally red pilled, like Morpheus is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even make sense. Like, how could your hand or whatever split into two separate things on your sunglasses? It's not realistic, you know. Either way, been meaning to rewatch The Matrix. And Captain White has been tweeting lately, did you know that Johnny Depp was in contention for one of the roles in The Matrix?
Actually, Captain White really trying to get into the Harry Potter series now because of the controversy over the Fantastic Beasts movies and Johnny Depp's role in it. He's trying. He tried watching Fantastic Beasts on his own. Didn't make a lick of sense to him. The Dumbledore stuff didn't hit him that hard because he didn't know what a Dumbledore was. So somebody told him he has to go back and watch all the 8 other movies, and he's having a hard time getting through them. They're kind of slow. They're about kids. They're not about Johnny Depp, being cool. So it's hard.
A big reader, so he's not going to read the books.
Oh no. Gene Green shaking those hips, baby.
Yeah, those chemically enhanced hips.
Yeah. Garden Green helping out his partner. Actually, he's just a good vegan.
Garden is not chemically enhanced as far as I'm aware.
Oh no, he's a 45-year-old vegan who's a bloody mess right now, and that is not ragu. That is blood.
Ooh, it's not beet juice. It's not carrot juice. It's his own blood.
And Gene Green has been known for his underhanded tactics that we've already talked about here. He likes to finish people off with pulling a set of brass knuckles out of his trunks and hitting his opponent in the face with them. And I'm not sure if it's worse that he's using sweaty balls, brass, or if it's just that you're getting hit with such a hard object.
This has been an oddly bloody fight, and Garden Green is usually very proud of his skin and how tough and smooth and wonderful it is, because he's a vegan. But tonight, I'm surprised. Oh my god. Gene Green, he is a scary guy, but I don't know if I care about seeing the Greens in like a title fight. I got no like emotional investment with them, just knowing that they're just two weird dudes that are like fighting for money. They're
two men with the name Green. They're not even into weed. They're just
ooh. Top is just beating on Green.
Gene Green. You have to clarify.
Definitely a lack of synergy from Team Green.
My god, another brass knuckles hit. Gene Green is such a bastard. Such a bastard.
Wow. Oh.
Now,
right from his dirty trunks too.
I'm very uncomfortable with the frequency that these men fight with looking at some of the blows that they fight, because you have to think, like, after, who knows if Fortran fights next week, if he gets a win here, he gets a title shot. Whoa, look, flying, I don't even know. Whoa. You'll have to tell me what that is.
Come on. I mean, that right there was
Blockbuster.
Yeah, the Overcastle. It's a weird neck breaker. The Buff Bagwell blockbuster.
Oh yeah, that ended his career.
Walsh is trying to break out these more fancy terms, Overcastle and whatnot. It's fucking Buff Bagwell's move. I don't care which Japanese woman invented it in like 1986.
Hey, Tomoyaki Hanma, the terrible. Everybody loves him, even though he's a wife beater before he got injured. Used to use it back in his Turmeric Storm days, okay? Deep cuts, okay? Deep cuts.
We don't appreciate hipster.
You don't appreciate classic Big Japan Pro Wrestling and All Japan Pro Wrestling? Not classic.
Off is the goddamn stuff. Walsh, listen. Would you rather pay $500 to have sex with Buff Bagwell or $500 to have sex with Hanma?
I think that people have paid money to have sex with Buff because he was on that show.
Exactly. People have done that before. No one wants to have sex with Hanma. He's got a mushy brain.
He has a mushy brain and his skin is leather.
You know, you guys need to focus on what Murph is saying in the chat room right now. The Ultimate Bastard Tournament, I think, sounds like a great idea.
Absolutely. Only the terriblest.
Right. And Murph, and we're going to tell the chat room right now that we were discussing in the back, we were brainstorming a possible, like, family members tournament.
Yeah, father-son tournament.
Yeah, or nephew. Uncle, nephew, any type. If you're related, you're in a tournament, so like there's 16 people, and just if they know other people, if they're related to blood and to somebody else in the league, they're entered into the tournament. So it's not necessarily like they'll be
not like a tag thing.
Yeah, no, they're just the family tournament.
I just assumed.
Wow, Gene Green gets the win. The green team gets a title shot next week.
Whoa! The big Gene Green leg drop on the wrong. Actually, on both guys at the same time.
What the hell?
Crazy.
Now the alt-right is gonna.
Clearly, a man with steroids winning again.
That is really weird. That is really weird.
Garden Green is now affiliated with some pretty nefarious people.
And Fortune Cobalt eats the pin because he's useless.
Oh wow! Don't tell him that. He
He's eaten
needs to.
He's eaten every single pin
Well.
that this team has suffered a loss for.
I wonder if Tapas is going to lose his temper. Tapas with his temper. Tapas tiempo temper.
This is out of tempo with regards to Fortran.
I mean, are the Sons of Anger going to?
Are they gonna what?
These guys aren't Sons of Anger. They're just
angry.
they're just young.
They're somebody's son.
I was gonna say that I assumed the bastard tournament was just people whose parentage is in question.
Well, let's really quickly let's go back to what we're about to see here, which is after constantly badgering us, the masked cyclist, as he's wanted to be called, is taking on Federal Bell.
Backdrop. That's a pretty sweet backdrop that he has on his photo, though.
He's really into it, and he said that he's very spooky. Hold on. Let me find the paper. I'm really spooky. I'm going to get the alt right. Can you please read this later? Comma, love you, bike. What?
Wait, does that mean it's from Bike sent the email, or does that mean Bike is saying?
I think Bike sent the email, or I don't know. No one knows. Here he is. He steps out. I mean, we saw him last week staring down the alt right. He's part of Belly Ribbon. He's got a haircut that looks just like Bike, and he's wearing a mask, I guess, because of his mustache. But it's been 2 weeks since his mustache was cut off.
He's wearing the Bianchi branded cycling gear. I mean, that's Bike's favorite. It's not the Bianchi brand is not related to the Bianchi family, but they just like it because it's ironic.
And then now here's Federal Bell, part of the alt-right.
And as we saw,
I think Bike's fatter.
Maybe.
Could be. As we saw, Ichabod tweeted earlier tonight that his boy. The tweet is in the chat here. Tonight, my boy Fed is facing some all-cap masked cuck, and then he implies that it's Bike, and he's shown me his sick new movies busting out. It's #deadly, #MAGAversary, #MAGA.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, Federal Bell saw his son lose. He was the runner-up in tonight's scramble match.
His son's a socialist. He doesn't care about that.
Yeah, that's true. He's actually very ashamed. And notice how sledding, a mustache-less sledding, is being very impartial right here.
He's trying.
Wouldn't he be impartial? This is someone he's never seen before.
Yeah, he doesn't know who this guy is.
That's very true.
This guy just showed up at his match last week and watched as he lost and got his mustache shaved.
It's true, he didn't do anything about it. Now he's challenging the alt-right. It's a weird thing. And Federal Bell is one half of the tag champs. Keep in mind, this man is dangerous. You see boxing. Boxing is on the outside, so he clearly knows something up, or maybe Bike told him to come. Like, this is clearly Bike under the mask.
I mean,
what are you talking about?
It has to be, but maybe not. I don't know. Like it's a mystery to me. You know, it's still a big mystery. I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions here. You know what they say? An assumption makes an ass out of you and me.
Might be Kaizen.
Oh,
wow!
I didn't even think of that. He does have a sick background in his graphic, so maybe Kaizen has come.
This is a what they call a soft open.
Yeah, but we've seen pictures of Kaizen, and the man has short hair, right? But then again, we don't know.
Could be a wig. It could. Jushin Thunder Liger has worn a wig for 15 years now. So
Pictures from like. Also, that picture's from like 6 months ago, so he probably could have.
Yeah, Kaizen has been coming for.
Well, if Bike can't grow a mustache in 2 weeks, Kaizen can't grow a mane like that in 6 months.
That's true. You know, this is really making a lot of sense because when Bike won the Sharia Law Championship, he decided to take the beard until he grew one. But how long was that? You know, I don't know.
You know, Murph is right. Nobody in this league come. It's just a giant no nut November. Year long.
Kaizen has long hair now, but when he took those pictures, he had cut it. And this is actually in the past compared to when those pictures happened.
That very well could be. We have had
pretty
time
incredible.
fluctuations. The Shadow Realm is real, folks. I know you don't want to believe it.
I had a time period there.
Oh, that sounds pleasant. This is an interesting matchup here. You know, this is Federal Bell, disgraced former drill sergeant and Marine. Here he is aligned with Ichabod Adam.
Why is he disgraced? What happened there?
Well, you know, he's disgracing his country by aligning with such people. He retired normally. Nothing bad. Just, you know, they didn't really care about his sexual misadventures that he had involving.
I'm sure everything was expunged.
Yeah.
Big military cover-ups. I heard that happens a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of these military guys, especially during Operation Desert Storm, there was a lot of fucking going on, and that's what Federal Bell did most of his work there.
The most fucked operation is what I've heard. I mean,
yeah,
it's a scuttlebutt.
Yeah. He wasn't even in a real war. You know, it was just an operation.
Well, you know.
But you don't say that to his face. That's also why he's an alt-right person at this point, because he feels like he doesn't get the respect he deserves as a veteran of a foreign war.
Of a foreign operation.
He can't really say that he was in a foreign war.
Was he even boots on the ground? It was a 24-hour thing.
You know, he was balls deep in something is what he was. I mean, he was a drill sergeant at that point, so they didn't need him.
Ichabod is talking shit to the masked guy. Like, I don't know, I could not hear what he was saying there.
Probably something terrible.
I think he's reaching for his phone underneath the mat. He might be tweeting what he just said. Look at this rolling around. It's so weird. My God. Just to get caught up on the ropes.
Wow.
I'm not sure if this is great for the belly ribbon movement if the masked Avenger doesn't get any vengeance here. And then does Bike if that's Bike underneath there, does he have a mustache? Is he oh my God, big boot to the face, goes over the top rope.
Wow. Ichabod actually did tweet out from ringside there.
Oh, huge, I almost said Bike, a huge masked cyclist from the top rope. Ichabod Adams, what did he say here? Fucking SCFL highlights hiding behind the mask. He's outright saying it.
Yeah,
he's outright saying it.
He's not mincing words here.
Oh, Ichabod just threw Federal Bell a barbed wire baseball bat.
Oh my God. These guys can't do anything on the up and up, can they? I haven't seen this deadly move of his either, that's right.
He didn't do the rolling cradle, which failed. But
no, it said it was a new move.
Flying knee, my God. His foot's on the rope. Oh my God, Sledding's counting it again. Whoa, I think Dad may have just, if this is, what is going on here?
Giving it away.
I don't know.
This is the worst kept secret I've ever seen.
I was sent emails from Pike's email address. Like,
it could just be that Pike left his computer up and the masked cyclist went over there and the signature on Bike's email is just "Love you, Bike." He just sends that to everyone.
He doesn't really understand how to use
From
email.
his District 204 like edu email, like love you bike. Like when he's setting up my god, substitute teachers, my god.
He's like, Mr. Jones, please report to elementary to teach geography. Love you, bike.
It's like how a parent sends a text message. Big hit to the balls.
Oh, another flying knee. Familiar.
Yeah, this fight style is very, very well, but it's clearly. I mean, this is bike, right? Like,
yeah, the crowd is going nuts.
Well, the crowd is going really, and I think bike.
Oh my god, terrible!
Oh.
Federal Bell wins. The match.
Wow.
What is even gonna happen now? What is that?
I don't even understand this. Bike.
Right.
You know what? It looked like he kicked out right at the end, though.
Did he?
I don't know. That was interesting. He definitely kicked out. It looked like. I think maybe his dad. I don't know.
Terrible. I'm just really bummed out by that.
I don't even know if that new move was.
It wasn't.
I think the major question is how you do a best 2 out of 3 falls match.
What do you mean? That's pretty easy to do.
How?
You're setting up a regular match, and then it'll be a match number. Like in the settings, you can pick how many falls.
Yeah, bike has to remind the referee of the settings of the match. The email.
I wonder if that was Bike Bianche in that match.
Dear
in
Father.
That mask, maybe that mask was so suffocating for him that he had a hard time breathing.
I don't know.
It does look pretty constricting. I don't know.
I'm not willing to give him any credit. No.
Wow.
This is on him.
I'm assuming that you found the correct setting.
Dear Father, please remember that this match is best 2 out of 3 falls.
Matches 3.
Yeah, that's it.
Back off.
Dearest Michael.
This is a huge match. All right, so last week we saw
Dear Spikle,
the
I am
greatest
not your
fight
father. Love sledding.
the greatest fight in the history of the league. And now these two champions, Ratt took the kickboxing belt off of Hero 2 weeks ago. These guys have been going back and forth. And you have to assume that the winner of this match probably gets a title shot, or is near it, depending on if Bike ever comes back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I feel like it definitely puts them. Honestly, so if Ratt Metal wins, that would mean that for this trios team, 2 out of 3 of them would have won.
Right.
And that means I would give them another shot at the trios title, especially after such a classic match.
That makes the most sense. That makes the most sense.
But I do think world title implications have to be. I mean, Hero, we never really got a decent finish for him,
Right.
He got screwed in the first contender bout, and then in the second one, Ichabod came out and did a whole bunch of crap and shaved off Bike's mustache, and that became the focus.
Right. And now here we are with Hero. I mean, he's taken it well, but keep in mind, in the back of his head, he's thinking about his nephew with a possible, health code violation above his garage sandwich shop.
It was a big struggle to get that license to serve food at the gym / Buick dealership. Like, look, they can do the whole thing where they have a popcorn machine out in the lobby of the car dealership, and maybe like a nice little bubbler or something, a water fountain. Sorry, that was the New England in me that came out. But they couldn't actually serve food. And then there's all grease everywhere from the car shop. There's sweat everywhere and blood from the gym. They had to make sure that it was a separate area.
Meat sauces.
Yeah, they had to make sure that like the prep area was clean and separate, and it was a whole big ordeal. And now he's worried about his nephew and Sanders Suzuki fucking in the attic right above the sandwich prep area. That's where Sanders sleeps right now. He doesn't have like a home. Well, he does, but he just, because he wants to train with these guys and be part of the team, he sleeps in the attic above the food prep area. So Hero is worried about, bodily fluids in food prep. He doesn't want people fucking in his attic.
Well, I mean, the thing is it's just such a shame that we're now focusing on that, because this whole card was built around that amazing match where like Mike wanted to celebrate that amazing match last week, which was one of the best we've ever seen, if not the best. And we have a best 2 out of 3 falls match between these men that have been fighting each other through multiple sports. And we're now focusing on this possible health code violation, alleged health code violation.
Imagine if you were waiting for your oil change to be done, and you bought, a hoagie from these guys, and then you're wondering, what did cheesesteak do to the hoagie?
Or you're waiting for your tires to be rotated, and then you just hear something above you.
Yeah, exactly. You hear this thumping and stuff. You're just not into it, thumping and groaning.
I'm gonna have
maybe
to tell.
Maybe it's them playing Xbox. We don't know.
I'm gonna have to tell Bike to send Hero an email to say that I was actually have no basis in that rumor.
Wow. Yeah, but you're the one that started it. We had never. Nobody thought that they were fighting.
Again, like I said, I was just trying to give I do a little light managing for the Sons of Anger, in addition to reporting on them. I don't think that's a conflict of interest, because I don't know what that means. Actually, I don't know that term.
Yeah, that's a weird term. It is.
So, I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help clients a psychological advantage.
He's imagining these guys playing the rusty trombone right above his sandwich prep area. He doesn't like that. He missed a splash because of it. His mind is all over the place. This is No Nut November all over again, folks.
He is starting to lay it on Ratt Middle, though. Yeah,
he's maybe really angry about it, too, because of all that time and effort he put into making this little sandwich stand. It was kind of his baby, Philly was all about the Buick dealership and the gym, and Hero just wanted to sell sandwiches. They sell the Hero Supreme. It's exactly what you think it would be.
Oh, Hero with a huge slam. Now, are these men? It doesn't seem like it, but are these men kind of trying to pace themselves right now? What is the logic? What are they? We've never seen anything like this before in our league. These are men who are former kickboxers. They've seen some success here, but a best 2 out of 3 match can go. Anything can happen here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if one of these men get knocked out in the first fall or the second fall, they still have to go back out and keep competing.
My God,
you don't get a break. This is, like
get a little water splashed on your face and then you're back out.
Yeah, sledding has some smelling salts.
They're actually just those little like those little like there's 2 little tube salt packets. That's what he has. It's not actual smelling salt. It's just like McDonald's salt.
He's also got, in case of real emergency, a bread ball that got lost and is released.
Whoa! Wow! 10 minutes in, Hero grabs the first fall.
First fall. Wow.
Wow.
That was fast. Damn.
10 minutes, 28 seconds. Crazy.
Hero got the work done. Now, does the damage carry over here?
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. Here we go. I'm shocked, Jessica.
It's certainly interesting.
I thought the first fall would go for a while.
Yeah.
Between these two, I mean, they're elite.
They're going hard.
Oh, God, there's that arm triangle that's finished so many before.
Yeah, that arm triangle has finished a lot of people.
Oh.
Hollow Earth does impact 2 out of 3 falls matches. If just because when these guys are getting slammed down, the Hollow Earth reverberates more. Mole Man and a dinosaur. Oh my God, that full Nelson against a rope break. But still, he's trying to be a bully here. I think Hero really feels like he has the advantage, but you know, if he had the advantage, he'd get the second pinfall real quick. He wouldn't be getting slammed on his neck here.
Right.
Oh,
I'm very, very. Oh, I think Ratt might be put away again really quickly here.
I mean, he just ate another power bomb, and it was 2 minutes into the second fall. You know, like that's.
But if anyone can rally back here, it's Ratt.
Yeah, I'm surprised by this because Ratt is a monster. It's just, you know, I think maybe Jessica's plan backfired, and the thought of his sandwich shop being ruined is just really driving.
It's fueling Hero right now. He's just fighting with like, like it's just knowing. Yeah.
There, like he's just like, my goddamn sandwiches.
It was like
he's
his.
gotta win quickly to
Yeah.
interrogate the. Are you two fucking?
He's gonna go and fucking Clorox the shit out of everything around there. Because he just doesn't. He can't risk it. What if an inspector comes tomorrow morning?
It's by far his best margin. Like it's, of all of his businesses, he's making the most money at the sandwich shop, and he can't risk losing that right now.
All he does is he goes to Sam's Club and he just buys a whole bunch of, you know, like fixins, and he buys a bunch of sandwich, you know, a bunch of the big bowls. You know, you get like a 24 pack there for like $4. I mean, come on. So he just does that. He buys a bunch of like tomatoes and lettuce, and, you know, deli meats, and he just, it costs him practically nothing. You know, it's quite a journey for him. Ratt really rallying back here. This is what he does best, you know. He does best with the straight punches, the jabs. You know, like when he tries to focus on other things, he gets a little. Not Naveen Edge was lost either.
Right. Ratt's looking really good right now.
The only smoke monster from Ratt is the smoke that wafts out of his van after he emerges from it.
Listening to 311.
Yeah. He's got like a really sweet van with like a sunset like painted on the side.
Like you're looking at it from far away, and the side door just opens up and smoke just comes out, and like you hear.
Whoa!
Whoa!
He's really going for that big stretch too. The twister.
Surprised you didn't call it the wrestling guillotine.
No, it's a twister. All right, it's a twister.
Rose is happy for that.
Big.
Oh, Hero finishes him again. Domination in this main event. This went fast. I mean, we just saw Hero Supreme get the opposite of No Nut November. Like, if he hears that people are nutting, he's ready to go. Holy crap. 82%.
Wow. Well, you know, I mean, that was a 20-minute match still. It wasn't like he,
I don't know. That was pretty mind-blowing to me.
I mean, you know, the first fall was 10 minutes and 48. The second one was 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's, you know, that's still a pretty,
I guess. But, well, so, alright, wait, let's think about this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hero Supreme is motivated like ever before after the allegations that his nephew's making love.
Mm-hmm.
We have the masked cyclist gets beaten by fucking Ichabod, who still hasn't defended his title. What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen?
You know,
here?
we're in a weird place. I think we need Bike Bianche back. You know what I mean? We need Bike to come back. We don't need the masked cyclist. We need the unmasked bicyclist.
I'm concerned. I'm really concerned about the direction of the league, and I don't know, Jessica.
A lot of questions.
It's a interesting night. You have Gene and Garden Green just showing up randomly to potentially become #1 tag contenders. I mean, who would have thought something like that could have happened?
It's terrible.
You have Asanaphil retaining the Scramble Championship.
Yeah.
Asanaphil retained that title. He's the first man to ever defend that title, even though his uncle tried to ruin it.
Yeah, it's true. And keep in mind that Colt retained his title against Offers Thompson.
Yes,
Yeah,
and the hardcore
Asanaphil
title
deserves a a world title match based on rotating the Scramble title. I think Asanaphil deserves it.
That's true.
Murph brings up an interesting point that at times like these we turn to a pure innocent soul like Alex Thompson, and of course he's not a pure innocent soul. He murdered 2 people, but I feel like at a certain point a frustrated Bike Bianchi might turn to this criminal in his time of need.
I'm pretty sure Bike isn't gonna rely on the fixers to beat Kabod.
They've tried,
It's a weird world that we're in right now as we go into next week, and we're a few weeks away from our big annual Valentine's Day show.
Yeah.
So who knows where we're even headed? I feel like we're rudderless, and it's sad. But you know what we do know? We know that Hero is really pissed off, and he's a badass. So a lot of interesting stuff.
Like, he's the master of the 2 out of 3 falls match. That's what he is. That's what we know.
It's
Nobody
huge.
died
Yep.
either, because the title was Dead or Alive. Nobody died. That's good.
Oh, he died. Well, Jessica, I'm signing off.
Cooper and
Oh,
Jones
yeah.
are back.
Yeah, we forgot that there might be 2 other dead men in the league. A lot of stuff happened tonight.
It was truly a night of not firsts or seconds. It was a night of a lot of implications.
Yep.
A lot of questions without answers.
Like, how much insurance do we have? Sony saying is really hurt. Technology Cooper could be really hurt.
Yeah.
Who is that masked man?
Who is that masked man? Well, good night, everybody.
Thank you so much for tuning in again.
We love you. Just like
Yes.
Mike says.
More next